All right, so
Ah,
we blew up. We blew up on that post blew up like crazy. You got like 600,000 views. I got like over 2,000 new followers.
2000?
Yeah, like my account was only like at
Wow.
470 followers at that time, and now I'm
Mm-hmm.
over 2,000 now. It's crazy. That happened
Wow, that's
fast. Yeah,
insane.
2247 now. That's nuts.
Camilla. Congrats, Camilla. Congratulations. Go on. What
It was
happened?
so easy. It was like ridiculous. Like I know, but we had that pep talk Monday and I sort of revisited uh that conversation and all of the insights that I got talking to my hubby about it and he's like, "Yeah, you definitely play it small. I mean, I'm your biggest fan. Just go for it." And then when I came home and I said, "You know what, the meeting I had this morning, I closed her." And he said, "Okay then, raise your price."
So when you say that you couldn't contact a cold audience, like, what do you mean by that?
I have really, really good writing, and I didn't know how to structure it in a way that would get them to actively participate in the content and want to know me. I had no way in to have them dive deeper into my content and have them ultimately land right into a webinar, which is what I want to lead people to. It's a really big deal.
Okay. What was happening before whenever you were making social media content before you use a social media sales system? Like, what was
Yeah.
showing up?
Yeah. I was just throwing out there all my. I mean, I'm a marriage coach, and I was just throwing out there these big, grand ideas, and they had no. And I had no understanding of how to structure the information for different kinds of people, like people that just met me, and people that are getting to know me, and people that were have been following me for a long time. So to lead them in a way to actually to my courses and to my projects and to my webinars, this was just the key I needed to get them to trust me and want to take action and join me. And the building of the AI clone was just absolutely brilliant. It was like I have all this expertise and all these capabilities, and I have this helper now that can fill in the blanks and help me make points when I need them and organize the information so quickly. Things that used to take me an hour and a half, I can do in a minute or two now. It's a really big change to my work.
Got it. So essentially, like, your knowledge was all in your brain, and then
Mhm.
distributing that in a way that would reach people, turn
Yes,
them into leads, and then also turn them into clients was the
yes,
struggle for you.
yeah.
I'm just curious though, like, what were the things that you were trying to do before that you were putting your energy and effort towards?
Yeah, yeah. I was kind of throwing darts at a dartboard with my content. It's like I would throw out, a whole story, and then at the end of it, I would say, and hey, by the way, I have a course, or by the way, I have something I'd like you to join, and just crickets. I wouldn't hear back from anybody, and I had no way uh, to introduce a link to actually put out content and then say, hey, by the way, I want you to do this thing. I want you to click this link and get into my world. If you just do that in one post and at the end you say, hey, by the way, click this, please. It was like nobody was doing it. Not a chat, like not even one click, hardly ever. So with this process, with the system you've created here, I now have a way for them to hear one idea, take it a little further, hear 5 to 10 other ideas, and then at the end, I just kind of slide it in there, this thing I'd like them to do. And by the time they read through all these points, they trust me so much, they just have to do it. It's just brilliant.
That's so cool. And so, Derek, like, when did you first find my content, actually? I'm curious about that.
About 50 days ago was the first time I ever heard your name. And I immediately got this one thing from you and started working. I didn't know any way of using AI in any meaningful way to help my business. And I didn't know how to put content out there to make contact with cold traffic. And that's just going to make a business go. I mean, I'm not even looking towards having to spend a lot of money on ads now. I can use social media organically to make contact with the people that I want to bring to me now. it's brilliant.
Yeah, and you're
Yeah.
also working with like couples as well.
Yes.
So in your sales process, I know one of the things that we've been talking about is obviously you don't just sell to like one individual, you have to get both of them bought in. So
Yeah.
like how has the social media sales system changed that process for you as well?
The trust is so quick that I can have people feel for me, that people are signing up for a webinar and they just are bringing their partners. I mean, it's just amazing. The know, like, and trust factor. I think we've all heard that term by now if we're in the social media world. It happens so quickly, and I had no way to structure my content in all these really intelligent ways, like people that have never met me. That's a certain kind of post. Like so, a lot of you people right now, you've never met me. Like, how do I talk to you specifically? And then people who've known me for a month, how do I talk to them? And then people who've known me for a year that have been following me, I even couldn't make contact with those kind of people and have them want to kind of join my courses and my webinars. So they're a no-brainer now. I can get those people wanting to sign up for a webinar with just one post, and with AI's help, that post gets done in literally in seconds instead of like 90 minutes it would take me to structure this information. So it's just phenomenal. Yeah, I'm really happy about it.
Cool. Okay. No, thank you so much for sharing. And also,
Yeah.
like, I know you'd mentioned that it was about a year that you were struggling to reach cold traffic.
Yeah.
And then like, so that was an entire year of like, what were you doing in that time? Like ads and different things like that?
I was doing ads, and I had an ad. It led to a webinar. Even the webinar that I was doing was not organized as well as I know I'm going to organize that with, the system with you. So I'm working with you very closely, and we're building out, the best ways to do a webinar. And for that year, I mean, you could light money on fire, or you could give it to Facebook. If either the same thing. If you don't know what you're doing, it's the identical thing. So that year was, I wouldn't call it a waste of time, but it led me to really understanding so much of what doesn't work. So I'm really, really excited to see what happens. And I just posted one, for example, yesterday with this way of posting, and I have 30 signups for a webinar from cold traffic, and a lot of those people never met me. So one post, to get people trusting me inside of one post, was literally impossible. I had no way of doing that until now.
That's awesome. Guys, let's
Yeah.
give a round of applause for Derek for like
Yeah.
one post getting 30 webinar signups. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool, right? Like
Yeah.
from cold leads.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're paying Zuckerberg, $15 a lead, you can run the numbers there.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good amount of money that just one post saved you. I mean, that would be a positive ROI for anyone that's bought a challenge ticket here today just from that one post alone, right? So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, very cool, Derek. And so obviously there was this like 1 year time period. You were trying a bunch of different stuff versus now. Obviously you have the social media sales system in place.
Yes.
One of the things, obviously, like, you're an entrepreneur, I'm an entrepreneur, everybody here are entrepreneurs, very, very busy, right? How much time is all this taking you now? Like the time that you're spending on getting clients now versus before?
Well, the most important part of the whole business is getting new people to trust me and getting new people into my courses and my programs. So the post I did yesterday took me 3 minutes. I'm not kidding. I mean, it took 3 minutes. I have one idea, and then we all want to make really good posts where we have a hook and we have 7 to 10 points that are really intriguing. So I've trained AI to think just like me, and I mean it sometimes it's like outdoing me now. I'm like, wow, I would have never written that. So it's actually my writing partner now, and I'm here to massage the information that comes back. So I take that information, I put it into a post, and the details and the success is where it really matters. And when I put a post out, and like 2 or 3 minutes later, I have 2 webinar signups. I mean, I cannot even tell you the complexity of doing ads and then waiting, and a couple hours go by, and you're hoping somebody watches a masterclass you do. And I mean, it was just endless waiting. And this is instantaneous. Get a post, a few minutes, put it out. People come in, they click a link, they sign up for a webinar, and now I have captured them. So it's helping everything build now.
Okay, Derek, thank you so much. So Derek, like you made the decision to go pro.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I started about 50 days ago with you, and I found your stuff, and I got into something similar to this challenge you're doing. And it was unbelievable to me how fast I took a very small program. I think I purchased a small program from you and I implemented it. And I mean, you didn't just give me a little ebook with some information. You actually taught me how to begin entirely thinking about reaching out to get cold traffic to trust me. I mean, within the first day of watching your material, I understood how this was possible. And I had been doing what most people do with, Chat GPT and AI, and I had just been asking it like, what's the best restaurant in my town? I mean, I wasn't using it in any productive way at all. So all of a sudden you're saying, you can make this thing become a clone of you. And I was like, well, what is that? So all of a sudden, I mean, 72 hours later, I'm teaching this thing all about my business. And you gave me the exact prompts to do that. I mean, you gave me a script about how to have AI interview me. So all of a sudden, I have this resource that's the fastest working 24/7 employee in my business for $20 a month. I mean, come on. So all of a sudden, this thing can think like me, can talk like me, can write, can't talk, can write like me. So I give it ideas, and all of a sudden, I have this thing working and massaging my material in a way that you also showed me how to structure differently. So all of a sudden, I'm putting information out now into social media, which is free. Remember, this is just my time. And whereas for the last several years, I couldn't make contact with a cold audience, people that didn't know me, I'm making contact now with people in 15 to 30 seconds. Now that might sound ridiculous, like I'm saying something that's all hype right now. I made a post yesterday, and within a minute or two, I had people signing up for a webinar. Now, that sounds like something that might not be that complicated, but to get people to want to even click a link and put it on their calendar and respond to an email that they're going to join something that I have to teach is unbelievable to me. So I posted this thing yesterday and I've got like 34 signups now, 24 hours later, free from social media. And those are good leads because they really want to know what I have to offer. So this is an entire system from the ground up. That's I literally have a new business now. It's not just like this is helping my business. This is a course I'm taking. This is actually giving me a new business entirely from the ground up.
What would you say like are the major ones that we should talk about?
Well, I think the major ones is the consistent revenue that we've built up. Like we've literally, since we joined you, have doubled our revenue. We have doubled our revenue. Yeah. So,
Amazing.
We've been hitting, even our low months are not low anymore. We've had a couple of 100K months there in the time we've been with you. We might have had that maybe a couple of times in the year before, but not consistently. We've fully integrated a full setting team that's bringing in 25 to 30% of our business. We have optimized all our social media. We're looking at our numbers better to see what's working, and we double down. We're using the AI clone, which has been fantastic, Lauren. It's been really, really helpful because it knows my tone, everything about me, all my sales calls, all my transcripts. It knows my ICP really, really well. So even when we're putting in scripts for webinars and titles for webinars, it's so clued in. It's unbelievable. But I think for us is definitely the ability. We knew we want to scale beyond 100K a month plus. So we knew we needed teams in place. So Mariana was, oh my God, invaluable in training the girls. And they loved her. She was amazing and still is. And nothing was ever too much trouble. So we found a script that worked for our audience. And we found a way of doing this that wasn't salesy, but was gentle touch. Our ability to close and train up our closers and find closers, the ability to really take the webinars, which were massive lead generators for us in terms of opt-ins, to ramp up our skill on our webinars, how to promote how to deliver it, post-webinar, how to optimize sales calls bookings, getting our DM setters and our closers completely dialed in to what we wanted from each webinar. And I think that has been a real turbo boost every single month, because we were doing maybe webinars 2-3 times a year. When we started with you, we started doing them every month, and that has been a huge thing. And it turbo boosted the monthly revenue. And then what you're also doing is you're taking your cold leads from your content and you're warming them up really quickly. So the funnel time has decreased,
Mm.
so you're getting new followers in that traditionally might have been sitting in our funnel for 4 or 5 months, are now converting at 2-3 months because they've been on a webinar, a couple of webinars, and they have actually opted into old webinars before they ever became followers, and really fast track their learning and their sort of like love and trust with the brand as well. So yeah, there's just so many things. So it's been brilliant to be part of the community as well and see what other people in different industries. It's all the same, really. It's just a different industry, but the fundamentals they're all the same, right?
Oh, so true. Yeah, everyone's always like, oh, but is this going to work for like my niche? But it's like, well, we have people from like government contracts
Yeah.
to you over there with like menopause, to people
Yeah.
over there in like B2B SaaS, and it's interesting you say that because, yeah, it's like in the end, it's human psychology, isn't it?
Oh, I've been on some of your calls and I've been listening to some of the guys in completely different industries to mine. I've been scribbling away at notes thinking, oh my God, that'll work so well for us. Oh my God, that is genius idea. I'm taking that, I'm stealing that, and we've tested and tried and implemented some things that we've never heard tell of in our industry, and it's worked with our demographic. Work with other ones, but it worked with ours. So it's been just get the sort of the sharing of information and knowledge has been great.
Yeah, like that lateral implementation, like when you can take it from another space and bring it to yours, it can often actually like put you above everybody else in your space because like no one else is doing it. And that's what differentiates you.
Yeah, it's just you're taking it and you're molding it and you're shaping it and you're turning it, and you're twisting it and say, well, how would that look in front of my audience? And do you know what? You just realize everything's just got a different cover on it. It's got a different lid. You have to make it work for yours, but foundationally, it's all the same.
Yeah, it's so true. Yeah, but that's also, I think, what has allowed you to get to the level where you're at, right? Having 6-figure months now, because you can think through that lens, right?
Yeah.
Like at that level, it's not just about copying and pasting some sort of like beginner step 1 through 5, right?
Yeah.
It is about being able to like think laterally, like all the things that we just spoke about, right? Are things which we're taking from what works, yes, in certain industries, applying it to yours, but then also being able to think, what really is my bottleneck right now? Because as you know, oftentimes the thing that we think is our problem is not our real problem.
Yeah, but I also think as well, it takes somebody like you to call us out and to look at it from a different perspective and a bird's eye view and zone back out and go, here, Tara, your problem isn't this. Your problem's actually this. And you know what? You're 100% right, because we're going, oh, no, I need to do that over there, but I don't really like that and I don't want to do it. And the fear sort of holds you back, but you're in it, get stuck in, get it sorted, come back to me in 3 days when you've that done and show me what you've done. You need, like I do that for my clients. But I always say you need that for your business as well. You need somebody like the bird's eye zoom out lens and say, right, you're majoring on the minor here. This is your major. That's not your major. This is. Go sort that out. And for sure, that was a game changer for us with somebody looking at it through a different lens. And no, it's been amazing.
And I'm curious, Tara, like from your perspective, you have been in many coaching programs in the past, like just some candid feedback, right? Whether it's positive or negative, but what would you say is different about how we run things over here?
I love the fact that I love your understanding, because you're working across so many different industries and not just one, which is like the nutrition, fat loss, fitness. We've only ever worked within mentorships that are in our space. I think you've given us more scope to think outside the box, because we're sitting in communities with different people from different backgrounds and different industries. And I think that's been great. I remember being in one of our coaching calls and you had a guy, and oh my God, I think I learned so much in that half hour from him around recruitment. I was like, oh, it blew my mind.
Yeah.
You
He's a
know?
recruitment coach, right? Like he's helping people find jobs. Yeah.
Yeah, he was unbelievable. He was
Yeah.
unbelievable. He was like right in between the eyes, no messing. He was brilliant. And yeah, and also the building of teams and the training of teams, you know, the training of your setters. And it's your setters is such, you know, it's an important source of revenue. It's not the be all and end all, but it is really important in conjunction with other things in your business. But that getting to get calls with yourself, Lauren, love that. And your team were so approachable and responsive as well. So no, I couldn't recommend it highly enough. And the whole idea of AI, it's everybody's just sort of can't trust, don't know, I'll suck it and see, I'll wait. Whereas with you, it's right, this is what's happening, this is what you do, this is how you implement it in a way that suits your audience. And I know as soon as we ran your clone, you know, there's not a day, maybe 2-3 times a day that I'm not going in and using that. Especially in the webinars, it's been brilliant. You know, taking the data from sales call transcript, successful, non-successful, even our own internal workshops. It's been, oh my God, it saved us so much time.